Did you know that 9 out of 10 startups fail? That means only about 1 in 10 survive. In today's video, I'm going to break down the top reasons startups fail, what the numbers say, and most importantly, how you can avoid becoming part of that 90%. Startups are young companies designed for scale. 305 million startups created annually, out of which 10% fail within the first year. 70% fail between years 2 to 5. Very few survive past 10 years. The top reason startups fail isn't funding, it's creating something nobody actually wants. According to CB Insights, 42% of startups fail because there's no market need. Think about it, you can have the best product, the best tech, even millions in funding, but if customers don't truly need it, your startup is doomed. Example, remember Juicero? They raised $120 million to build a high-tech juicer. But then people realized you didn't actually need the juicer. Their product was unnecessary and the company collapsed. The lesson here? Don't just fall in love with your idea. Fall in love with your customer's problem. Validate demand before you build. How do you do that? Start with customer discovery. Talk to 50 to 100 potential users before writing a single line of code. Ask them, what problem keeps you up at night? How are you currently solving it? Would you pay for a better solution? If you can't find strong emotional pain points, you don't have a business. Simple as that. The second biggest reason startups fail is running out of money. About 29% of startups fail simply because they burn cash faster than they can bring it in. Why does this happen? A few reasons. Founders overestimate revenue growth. They underestimate expenses. They scale too early, hiring big teams, renting fancy offices, spending on ads before proving their business model. Example, Pets.com raised over $300 million from investors. Their idea was simple, but they spent massively on marketing before proving their business model worked. Here's the strategy to avoid this. Manage your burn rate. Know exactly how much you're spending every month. Always keep at least 12 to 18 months of runway in the bank. Focus on profitability before vanity metrics. In simple words, don't act like a billion-dollar company when you're still a zero-revenue startup. Another big killer? People. 23% of startups fail due to team issues. Why? 'Cause execution is everything. You can have a great idea, but if your team can't execute, adapt, or work together, it's game over. Founders often make mistakes like starting with friends just because they're friends, not because they're skilled. Not having complementary skills, e.g., two techies but no one who can sell. Lacking leadership to keep the team aligned when times get tough. Example of Friendster. Friendster was one of the first social networking platforms even before Facebook and MySpace. It was a great idea, but internally, the company struggled with management conflicts and poor technical execution. What's the fix? Choose co-founders with complementary skills, business plus tech plus operations. Define clear roles and responsibilities from day one. Build a culture of transparency and feedback. Remember, a startup is only as strong as the team behind it. Sometimes startups fail because competitors move faster or execute better. About 20% of startups fail because they get out-compete. Let's talk about one of the biggest startup flops in recent history, Quibi. Quibi raised a jaw-dropping $1.75 billion before even launching. Backed by Hollywood giants and big-name investors, it was pitched as the next revolution in mobile video. But here's the twist, Quibi shut down in just 6 months. Why? Because while YouTube and TikTok were thriving with free, engaging, short-form content, Quibi charged subscriptions for content that wasn't tailored to what audiences actually wanted. In today's world, competition is brutal. You can't just build something and hope people will stick around. To survive, you need a moat, something that makes your business defensible. That could be technology like patents, proprietary algorithms. Brand, a loyal community. Distribution means exclusive partnerships. Data such as network effects, user insights. If you don't have a moat, your idea is easy to copy, and someone with more money will do it better. Another silent killer is a broken business model. Startups often get their pricing wrong. They either charge too little to be profitable or too much to attract customers. Others try to scale before finding product-market fit. This leads to wasted resources and customer churn. For example, MoviePass is a perfect example of how unsustainable pricing can kill a startup. Back in 2017, MoviePass launched a crazy deal: unlimited movies for just $10 a month. At its peak, they had over 3 million subscribers, but in just 2 years the company collapsed. The lesson? First, validate your business model with small experiments. Charge from day one, even if it's small. Free users don't equal a business. Only scale once you see repeatable, predictable customer demand. Sometimes failure isn't about the product or team. It's about timing and environment. Example, Webvan grocery delivery in 1999, too early. They raised hundreds of millions but scaled way too fast. That's why failed. Lesson: market readiness matters as much as innovation. So, why do 90% of startups fail? Comes down to 5 big factors. No market need. Running out of cash. Poor team and leadership. Competition. Broken business models and scaling mistakes. Timing. But here's the flip side. If you can avoid these pitfalls, you massively increase your chances of being in the successful 10%. Here's what successful startups do differently. They have customer obsession, solve real pain points. Lean execution, MVPs, iterative builds. Strong team with complementary skills. Data-driven decisions. And financial discipline. Remember, success in startups isn't about luck. It's about understanding the risks, preparing for them, and executing with discipline. If you found this video valuable, make sure to hit like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.